Hi, I'm Robin, English teacher with Core Languages, and I'm back on campus of the beautiful College of Charleston. And behind me is a beautiful hydrangea bush. The hydrangea plant, like all other plants, need warmth, sun, and water. But how much warmth and how much sun and how much water? Well, some nouns can be counted, like a plant or a hydrangea bush, but other nouns like water and warmth cannot be counted. So how do we quantify them? I could say a lot of water, a little bit of warmth. But I cannot say a warmth or a water. In today's video, I'm going to review what articles we can use with uncountable nouns. So the next time you want to talk about warmth or water, you can formulate a perfect English sentence. Articles with uncountable nouns. There are different types of uncountable nouns, and when formulating a sentence with an uncountable noun, it helps to keep these types or categories in mind. For example, we use uncountable nouns for small particles. The recipe requires sugar. We also use uncountable nouns for abstractions or feelings. For example, happiness is hard to measure. We also use uncountable nouns for food and drinks. For example, I buy food at the grocery store. We use uncountable nouns for academic subjects. For example, she studies chemistry or she studies history. We also use uncountable nouns for sports. For example, he plays basketball. We also use uncountable nouns for different categories. For example, they buy some furniture. Furniture is a category of nouns such as table, chair, or desk. Uncountable nouns can be a person, a place, a thing, or an object. But we do not use the indefinite article a or an for uncountable nouns, and there is no plural form with uncountable nouns. The quantity of an uncountable noun is indicated with a little or a little bit, a lot of, many, much, and some. There's other examples of units that we can use to measure or count an uncountable noun. For example, glass. We can say a cup or a dish, a container, a bowl, or a bottle. For example, a glass of juice, a cup of coffee or 2 cups of coffee. Food, a dish of food or several dishes of food. Pasta, a container of pasta or a few containers of pasta. Ice cream, a bowl of ice cream or a couple bowls of ice cream. Water, a bottle of water or 3 bottles of water. There are nouns related to food and drinks that are counted by the dish, for example, a bowl, a glass, or a cup, and we use the uncountable noun as a stand-in for the individual units. Here are some examples of uncountable nouns in the singular with an article and the plural with different quantifiers. For example, the water. I could say a little water. The baggage. I could say any baggage. The frustration. I could say much frustration.
The dirt. I could say a little bit of dirt. Here are some examples of sentences with uncountable nouns that belong to categories. For example, furniture. Our furniture is a bit outdated. Food. The buffet has so much food to choose from. Clothes. I have too many clothes. Notice that clothes is a plural uncountable noun. I cannot say two clothes or three clothes, but I can say too many clothes or a lot of clothes. Here are some examples of sentences that use uncountable nouns that are abstractions. Try to see if you can identify whether an article or a quantifier was used or not. For example, sympathy. She showed sympathy for their loss. In this example, no article was used. Clumsiness. His clumsiness is astounding. In this example, we have his clumsiness. Freedom. Freedom is often taken for granted. In this example, no article was used. Look at this example. The air here is fresh and invigorating. Is the air a countable or an uncountable noun? Air is an uncountable noun, but because we are referring to specific air, we can use the definite article the. The air here is fresh and invigorating. And how about this example? A large part of Arizona is desert. Is desert countable or uncountable in this example? The noun desert can be both a countable and an uncountable noun. In this example, it is uncountable and no article is used. A large part of Arizona is desert. Look at the following list of nouns and try to determine whether they are countable or uncountable. Water. Water is an uncountable noun. In order to quantify or count water, I could say a glass of water. Dust. Dust is also an uncountable noun, but I could say a speck of dust. Laptop. Laptop is a countable noun, and I can say 2 laptops or 3 laptops. Sadness. Sadness is an uncountable noun, and I could say a lot of sadness. Sunshine. Sunshine is an uncountable noun, and I could say a ray of sunshine. Clothing. Clothing is an uncountable noun, and I could say a stack of clothing. Biscuit. Biscuit is a countable noun, and I could say 3 biscuits or 4 biscuits.
Thank you for watching. I hope you now have a better understanding of what articles to use with uncountable nouns. As always, if you have more questions, feel free to comment, or if you're interested in joining one of our courses with a live instructor, feel free to message us directly. I look forward to seeing you in our next class.